welcome to Colombo in Sri Lanka. I'm currently staying at the Shangri-La in Colombo. It's a really nice hotel. As you can see the pictures I've taken of the room over here. So today I'll be showing you what it's like to take a 2.5-hour train from Colombo to Galle. So it's all along the coastline, as you can see right in front of me. It's a very beautiful coastline and this is a very beautiful hotel. Right now it's a Monday morning. We're having a late checkout today because our train is at 2:40 PM. So I booked the train via this website, as you can see on the screen over here, and I believe I kind of got overcharged for it on the website as I paid some extra additional fee. From what I know, it's supposed to be only about $6 or $9 per person, Singapore dollars, for a first class ticket for the 2.5-hour ride to Galle. So if you look at the map of Sri Lanka over here, Galle is located on the south western coast of Sri Lanka, and we're currently on the west coast, central area of Sri Lanka. Colombo is capital after all, and the Shangri-La is one of the most renowned hotels here in Colombo. And just some things at the hotel before we make our way to Fort Station. There's a lot of security over here, as you can see, as I believe in 2019 there was a bombing incident at many popular tourist destinations here in Colombo, and this hotel actually exactly under where I'm standing here. This is level 4. Level 3 where the breakfast buffet is, as you can see in the picture over here, is where it happened. So I'm glad they have all these measures in place, because there will even be a sniffer dog, a canine, like a German Shepherd, that will sniff down the car for anything before it enters the premises of the mall and the hotel area. And even if you enter back from the hotel towards enter the hotel from the mall, there is security in the area as well. So it is definitely very tight, but that also makes you feel safe. Right, so it's been a very beautiful 3 days, 2 nights here, just relaxing, having the food, a lot of really good food. Let me show you one more aspect of the hotel over here, the view over here. This is the old parliament over here, and they still use it as quarters from the Prime Minister, around where he goes through, and here we have the gym, the hotel over there. So we are heading towards the Colombo Fort Station, which is somewhere in the vicinity over there. Train I booked, there are 3 classes, and 2 of the 3 classes, second and third class, do not have any air conditioning. So I booked the first class for the air conditioning, and so yeah, they sent me the tickets here. Then I'm guessing we're just going to scan the QR code when we go in, and afterwards let's see how difficult it is to identify the train platform and all that, because from what I hear, this is Sri Lanka's busiest train station, so I have no idea how busy it's going to be. So let's see. So now I'm going to take an Uber over to the train station and I'll catch you over there. So let's go. The Fort Station, we booked and we got our tickets already. Let's see how to get in over here. I'm trying to see where the entrance is. Alright, so I had to carry the luggages across that little bridge over here to get to this platform. So this is platform 5 on the left, and currently it's 2:27. They told me that the train regularly departs on time since it's an express train, so we should be departing about 13 minutes. And there's only 1 carriage for first class, and you can see that it's mostly occupied by foreigners at the front of the train. So I actually learned about Sri Lankan railways through this documentary that I'll put down below from DW News that talked about the railway in Sri Lanka since the early ages, a long time ago. And they also mentioned about the disparities present even in rail travel. So there will be these train conductors that will actually help you, tell you where to stand and about look at that train. I don't think that, I doubt that's ours, but yeah. So they will tell you where to stand and don't stand at this sign, which is exactly where our carriage will be at. So this is the 3rd class, you can see. It's not air conditioned. There's a 2nd class over here with more individual seating. First class over here, there's air conditioning. Alright. And we'll be boarding. Up here. Alright, we've settled the seat on the train. There was a bit chaotic, but luckily we found our seat. We are reserved seats, so no problem over here. It is very spacious, you can see. I can just stretch my leg all the way out, and there's a footrest at the bottom, as you can see right there. Yeah, so okay, actually honestly it's a bit more organized than I expected it to be. I see it being quite with reserved seating, everyone following the reserved seating, conductors on board on the train helping you around. There's ample space for luggage on top and also at the back, as you saw earlier on just now. So it's a pretty pleasant ride. I also put a booking link to this train in the bottom in case you ever want to ride on this experience. I think it's a pretty interesting experience here being in Sri Lanka. So I see there's a universal power socket down there, and you can actually recline the seat with this feature over there. So yeah, actually it's quite comfortable, not too hot, and we can just sit down and enjoy the views outside. Imagine this train, a longer train to Kandy or Ella. I think it would be a very interesting experience as well. So the agency had pre-booked booth actually came with the tickets and sent it to me via WhatsApp on the PDF. So this is the QR code that you have to scan, and it's all pretty simple. Just head into the station, to the tracks, and board the train. And as you can see right now, we are passing by the seaside, so just enjoy the views of it, of the Indian Ocean, as you can see. As you can see in front over there, there is actually the second class in front, through the doors over there. So from there onwards, it's not air conditioned. So from based on what I see, there are actually only about 2 first class carriages that are air conditioned, as you can see behind me. And this area is just hot. It's passing by the different train stations, and later on we'll be along the coast. We're filming a lot more for you to see right there. I'm waiting for this guy to come out of the toilet, and I'll show you what the toilet situation is going to be like on this train. Alright, I guess it's not too bad. And it's just the urine or whatever feces actually goes down on the train tracks, as you can see over there. So honestly, the toilet situation isn't bad. Let's see if there's water coming out over here. Nope, there's no. Oh, there is water. Alright. Right, okay, not too bad for a toilet situation. But yeah, it goes directly onto the tracks over here. So I wouldn't want to be standing near the tracks in Sri Lanka from what I see here. I'll go to the back to show you the door is open right here.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. You see behind me, the doors went open here. You see the seaside and the beach as we go through. 2 hours to go. Right. Thank you so much. You can see on one side we are passing by, we are currently in the outskirts of Colombo, as you can see right here. The outskirts, and they put this thing on the thing to prevent the door from closing, not sure why. You see the palm trees, the coconut trees that we go by in the villages right here. And on the right, we have more villages, but you have the seaside, the Indian Ocean crashing to the shore over here. I think it's a really good experience. The guy just now was helping me take a video, he's from India, so he's telling me this is exactly the same as it is in India as well. Next year I'll be visiting India as well, so it'll be an interesting experience to experience all of these right here. Let's see this guy here. The rain is coming in right now. about 1 hour into the train ride, pretty fast. And it's been pretty smooth so far. It rained a bit and it stopped. But I'm really appreciating the views outside over here. Going through the rural areas of Sri Lanka, the outskirts of Colombo, and also going by the seaside. You can really see how they really live, the true Sri Lanka, how people really live on a daily basis. Which is definitely not what we saw in Colombo. Suddenly we're here to enjoy the views outside. Saw a job posting there for some job in Germany right there. Now we're in the more rural areas actually. So you can see we're in an area called Bentota, which is a popular resort area, near a resort area that I actually initially wanted to stay in. This is a very scenic bridge I want to show you. The reason why I'm waiting out here. I'm now at this station right here. I'm trying to find a name. Well, the lighting before it. Before it even. That's nice. So this is the name of the place right here. You can see. You're right there. So one more, another about 35 minutes to go. This is the popular area that I will show you. There'll be a nice bridge, and after this we'll be back along the seaside. So I'm just waiting for the train to reach the area. You can see right here. Some people are just using it as a way to get across. Right, and we're off and moving again. Really intrigued by this because you only see this online by other travel vloggers. They visit the Indian subcontinent, and then you see how it is like. If I'm not wrong, they operate using like a token kind of system, so that the train can move from one platform, or rather one station, to the next. It really is an eye-opening experience to be over here, to be able to see this. That looks like the old bridge right there. It's now covered in was a bridge for the cars, I think. Another bridge inbound. Buddha statues over here. Because Sri Lanka, about 70.2% of Sri Lanka's population actually identifies as Buddhist. Alright, as we begin to approach goal, actually I offer my honest opinion of the train ride so far. It feels like a very raw experience of trains that you don't really get anywhere else in the world except for maybe within the Indian subcontinent. And as for safety wise, Sri Lanka is a relatively safe place for tourists, and I really enjoyed myself on this train ride. This is first class on board an express train, and believe it or not, there are actually other luxury trains, or rather there are luxury trains that Sri Lanka offers, such as something called a Viceroy Special Luxury Train that runs to Kandy if I'm not wrong. You can just take a look at the picture over here. So they do have many different types of trains for tourists as well. This is actually a local train, a local express train, which is why the experience feels a bit more local and a bit more raw, but it's also a good way to experience Sri Lanka, to experience the side of things that not all tourists may actually experience. Also for the price point and what you get, I think I'm definitely not complaining here. Things may be old, but I guess it really adds to the experience, and I'll definitely come back to sit on this train again. This train ride was definitely one of the highlights of my trip, and I would recommend it to anyone who loves slow travel and just wants to enjoy the view. Alright, that's it, and with that, I shall see you in my next video on my experience in Gaul.